for time.
All right, so are we back or not? Nobody's saying anything.
Let's ask them, are we back?
I don't. They're still saying we're offline. It stayed off for a minute, so.
Okay, we're back.
Gemini sees us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're back.
We're back.
Okay. I think we're about to cover most every. Did we cover everything?
Did we get any gifts this week?
No, people don't love us. We didn't get any.
You get no gifts this week?
No.
I was just wondering. You went to the post office, so I didn't know.
I didn't go but one time, but see, I still got my hat.
We still got our hats here.
Still got my hats from last week.
Got the dog dad hat.
I like my hat now. I wear it when I go to town and stuff like that. And I wore it the other day. And the only thing is, this type hat is a winter hat, really. And it gets hot. It makes your head hot and you start sweating because we're already sweating here.
Yeah, we sweat whether we have a hat on or not.
So
the hat just makes it worse.
Yeah, it just makes it worse. But I like my hat.
David says, Danny, have you grown poppies before?
I have tried, and I have never had any success.
Well, some of them are legal and some of them are illegal.
It don't really matter. They're pretty.
They're just pretty.
Yeah, but no, we've not.
I
thought the rat showed up. It better not show up.
The rat may have chewed the line off. Maybe that's what it was.
No.
Look, our buddy made it.
Yeah, they're pretty. It says we're back. Okay.
Mississippi is still alive. Yep.
Yeah, for right now. So.
Deborah Haynes says, you didn't answer my question. Deborah, I do remember your question. And there is an oil from doTERRA called Rose.
For the heart?
For the heart.
Yes.
It's good for like atrial fibrillation. If your heart goes into atrial fibrillation, it helps with that. You know, rubbing it on your chest. John Henderson said to Rapture. John, I hope it wasn't, because if it was, we got left.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Did you get extra bones from processing pigs for beans and soup? Yes, we did. We got all the
we had them smoked. We had smoked ham hocks, smoked neck bones.
Yeah.
Smoked hog jowls.
I was kind of leery of all that.
Wanda was, she just still got that little city girl mentality in her.
We did.
I was gonna do the smoked pigtails and everything,
no,
but she said
I drew a line at the head and the.
I said we was gonna do the ears and the tails, and she's like, no.
Yeah.
We ain't putting no ears in our thing, she said.
So somebody tell Firefly where the refresh button is on the computer, because I'm not sure how to tell you that.
It's in the top left-hand corner usually.
It looks like a little round. Usually it looks like a little.
It's like a little round circle thing with a squiggly mark in it there.
Yeah.
I can taste neck bones and rice now for it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People don't know how to eat till you had pork chops and rice or neck bones and rice.
You did the pig ears, didn't you? Or did you?
No, you wouldn't let me do them.
Well, they said Hank could have them.
I think said that's why I wanted them. I wanted them for Hank, and y'all said no.
I was kind of weird.
I would have got the pig lips and everything, but
I was a little.
The only thing Danny throws away when he does one is the squeal.
I know, but still.
Yeah, see there, some says, Cajun Homestead says you can save the head for cheese.
I know, but no.
She won't do it.
No.
There ain't nothing like hog head cheese.
No. Not happening.
See, Charlotte, she said, love me some smoked jowls.
Oh, come on.
Neck man, Gemini, see, Denise, neck bones and rice, yum. These people know how to eat, man. That's the way I grew up.
Hank's going to be upset. He's had all kinds of stuff here lately. This is the funniest dog ever. He will not eat dog food. And I'm having the awfulest time keeping it. That's why he looks so skinny. He looks like he's starving to death. All he'll eat is these little cans of dog food. And he won't eat all of those. If I mess up and buy the wrong can, he won't eat it. So we're having to figure out what this dog will eat. And it's been a year of this.
Look, Holly Haven Homestead said pork chops Rice, black-eyed peas, and fried cabbage for dinner tonight was awesome. See, they know how to eat.
What do we have? Oh, I used some of the pork sausage. I sliced potatoes up real thin and round, and I cooked the sausage. I added some cheese and stuff to it and a little bit of milk and mixed it all up together and baked it in the oven, and it was awesome.
Florida Homestead says my cur dog is the same way.
So what are you feeding? Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper? I remember that.
Mark Krager says my heart says the heart is the best eating, I believe. I know a lot of people when they kill a deer, that's the first thing they do is take the heart out and go cook it.
Beef tongue.
Yeah, now my daddy was a big time beef tripe eater. He liked the stomach, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And the tongue, stuff like that. You can boil that tongue and peel the skin off of it.
We got some weird country people
No, these people here know how to eat. They raised like I was raised. They didn't grow up like you in the inner city part of, you know, or whatever y'all.
Pizza and spaghetti. And
yeah, beanie weenies or something. I don't know what y'all ate. Macaroni and cheese. No.
I did eat peas and butter beans and corn. But other than that, it was spaghetti.
See, John Hendrickson said cold cow tongue sandwiches.
No.
Oh, man, these people know how to eat, boy. Jeez.
I'm going to fix you one of them, and I'd better see you eat it.
Firefly said I'd rather eat cat food.
I'm almost going to be like Hank and eat dog food.
Oh, the Cajun Homestead says, I see some people starving if things get out bad. You and me both, because Danny's going to eat.
All right. Do you open a can of black-eyed peas out
in a can and eat them?
Yes. Well,
yeah.
One of
ours. Yeah, one of ours.
Yes, that's the way I do. I just open a jar and heat them up and make some cornbread, and we're good to go. Donna says she's a city kid too. Good. There's a few city kids.
Sherry Pepper says one is going to be sick. Yeah. Corned beef hash and cabbage. I ain't heard it. Nobody said corned beef hash in a long time. I mean, you used to eat that, didn't you? Did you eat corned beef hash?
I think. I've had it once or twice.
That's what I was thinking. I heard you talk about it one time.
I'd like to make some. I'm just not sure how.
Look, see, I don't know how to say that word there, but they said lamb's tongue any day.
Cyrus something.
Cyrus Chaz Bizarre or something like that. And then Lois Young says, I boil the beef tongue. See, people go for that stuff. And we just
beef tongue is pricey.
Yeah, we just threw it away.
Squirrel and dumplings.
Oh, no, I love squirrel and dumplings.
We're supposed to be going hunting.
Well, as soon as it gets cold, ifs and winds, if it ever gets cold in Deep South, we won't go squirrel hunting.
Yeah.
I love squirrel. Scrambled eggs with hog brains is nasty. The dogs wouldn't even eat it.
No.
My daddy used to eat squirrel brains and scrambled eggs.
John Henderson says, is it better than Lunchables?
I don't know because I won't eat a Lunchable.
Yo,
it's not real food.
These things are like $2 a piece, and there's 3 crackers, 3 pieces of ham, and 3 pieces of cheese. Some of them might have a little bitty juice box and a cookie. I can't believe this is all people feed their kids.
That's what they do. Sherry says, my grandpa used to eat head cheese. Is it from brains or meat from the head? It depends on who makes it. When I made it, it was just strictly from meat off of the head. I mean, I didn't put the eyes and all that kind of stuff in it because a lot of people put all that junk in it. I didn't do nothing like that. Mine was very clean. I just used strictly meat from the head.
Brainables.
Bama Gardner says, Wanda, anything tastes better when you don't know what it is. Oh, no, Saddle Ridge said, eggs and butt nuggets. Oh, we call them mountain oysters. How about mountain oysters? There we go.
No. Hash on potatoes, catfish with hush puppies.
Now, that sounds good.
I just need some catfish. We fixing to have to go eat catfish. Y'all, what I was going to say about September, next week I have a class reunion. Trying to talk Danny into going with me to my class reunion next week.
I'll meet all of her fellow peers.
A few of them. I don't know how many of them's going to be there and how many's left. Then I have my birthday the next weekend. Then I have my son's wedding shower the next weekend. We're sitting on go right now for any time for twins. My daughter could have her twins from this point on at any time. My other daughter is hopefully going to make it to the 1st of October, but she's going to have her baby. So we have a lot going on. A lot.
Okay, Eric Reader says, just wanting to inform you in regards to the grand solar minimum, New Zealand Ministry of Health has released a report saying flu and influenza got dangerous this year.
Whoa.
Wow. Baker Mom says, I refuse to eat anything. I don't know what it is. You're not going to feed brains to me, Danny. Laugh out loud.
Me either, if I can help it.
Oh. Donna says, I'll just sow green beans from the garden.
Yeah. Well, I've told everybody we have things like garlic chives, the multiplying onions, and all that. I will make a soup with onions and garlic and drink it. It'll simply be water or broth with onions and garlic in it, and drink it before I eat some of that stuff. I'm just saying. It'll have just as much minerals and stuff and vitamins.
She'd be like a cow. She'd be like eating grass or something.
I will be eating garlic chives or something. I'm not going to be eating this stuff.
Melinda said, we went hunting with my dad when I was a little girl. We ate squirrel too. There's nothing wrong with squirrel.
Now, I will eat squirrel or rabbit if it's cooked right.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. It's some of the other weird stuff.
See, Russell said they had oxtail soup. Now, we could have had.
True Fiction said they clicked for the grilled pineapple. The actual video is over on Crazy Days where I grilled the pineapple. You have to go over to it's probably in the little information thing on this video. The grilled pineapple was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And the second pineapple was good, just fresh, because it didn't make it grilled.
There's a lot of people here that like squirrel and rabbit. I didn't realize so many people still eat squirrel and rabbit.
Yeah, some of them won't eat rabbit. Now, our rabbits, when we were raising rabbits last year, that was some of the best meat. It ranks right up there with chicken. 90% of the people don't even know. When Christopher and Adrian came, they got here late that night already, had everything done. They sat down, they ate, they were talking about how good everything was, and Christopher looked at me, he said, that's the best chicken I've ever had. And I did not tell him for 2 days that he ate rabbit because I was scared it was going to make him mad. But once he figured it out, he was okay with it, and he really likes rabbit now. But he thought it was chicken. So.
Well, there've been so many things went by here while you were talking. I just got to back up here.
Yeah, cook squirrel and crock pot.
I got to back up here.
Isn't that the way you do it?
Oh, yeah, I cook mine in a crock pot, but I do it a certain way in a crock pot.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see
We'll do
here.
a video if we kill any to...
Okay, Richard Barnes said, people who eat in restaurants all the time, that's the dirtiest food that you can possibly get. And I, Richard, agree with you 100%. If you will eat in a restaurant, you should not complain about eating anything else in this world. Because restaurant food is so nasty. I've had family members that worked in these restaurants, and they told me what went on, and I refused to eat after that.
He barely goes into a restaurant.
I won't even hardly go into a restaurant. Choo Choo Rooster said, I'm getting hungry.
How many of y'all still eat grits, or is that just a South Carolina thing?
Oh, no.
We eat grits all the time.
We eat grits all the time.
I was going to work on a grits recipe soon, but probably in the next day or two. I've got some grits in the fridge. Danny fixed some for breakfast, and I had some extra left over. And I have a recipe that I'm going to put up on Crazy Days, maybe in a week or so.
Crystal said, I don't think I'll ever be hungry enough to eat oxtail, beef tongue, or brains. I can't say that because I've eaten a lot of stuff.
If you get hungry, you'll eat a lot, but I don't know.
The squirrel keep my 3 pecan trees picked clean. They're going to taste awesome. Well, that way you'll have pecan infused squirrel meat when you get it.
I did some, what was that beef? Like chopped, what do you call that? Chopped steak?
Tenderized steak?
tenderized steak
Yeah.
the other night, and I coated it in pecan meal, and then put it in a little bit of oil or a little bit of lard is what it was, and cooked it. And Danny loves the pecan meal instead of flour on meat. It has become our favorite.
Cajun Homestead there says grits with cheese and bacon bits. Now see, that's eating.
That's part of my recipe, but I'm adding another touch or two to it.
Russell says I'm all over grits. See,
I like me some grits too.
grits are really good. Well, it's the same thing as my mind just went blank. Had the word in my mind while we were talking.
Hominy?
No. Where they cook it and it gets solid and then they slice it up, fry it.
Polenta.
Polenta. I knew it started with a P. I just couldn't remember. My mind just went blank for me. That happens when you get older, you know.
Yeah, that's what Overlook Valley saying, fried grits. Yeah. That's one thing I'd like to do too, is make some fried grits.
Shrimp and grits. I've actually had shrimp and grits before.
Yeah.
Grits
I
and
love
eggs.
grits and eggs. That's one of my favorites.
Now see, I'm the kind of person I like my eggs with the middle runny.
No.
And throw it in them grits and soup it all up in there and make it all orange and just, you know, boy.
I used to when I was a kid.
Now that's some eating right there, boys. Grits and cheese. I love me some cheesy grits. Yes.
I love cheesy grits. That's the best.
I fried up some deer meat, Michael said, and eggs for supper
somebody
tonight.
said something about scrapple. I've heard of it. I'm not sure what scrapple is.
He make it for pigs.
Hominy. Now, I've made hominy from scratch.
Yeah.
I've made it several times. I'm not a big hominy eater, but my kids loved it. And I used to can hominy.
Loretta's one of the only other people I've seen eat fish eggs. I love, when we go fishing, I keep the eggs out of fish to fry.
We did that when my kids were little, and they loved it. Yeah.
I love fish eggs. Well, it's like caviar. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, they were fried. Caviar is raw.
Yeah, but still caviar cooked. It's the rich man food for poor people.
Poor people just fry their food and rich men eat it.
Michelle said fried frog legs. I love fried frog legs. They are so good. I've eaten alligator. I have eaten alligator. Alligator's a little grainy to me, but I love it. It's kind of like bear meat. When I eat bear meat, it's kind of like got a little bit of a grainy texture to it, but it was still good.
Yeah. Did you eat cornbread and milk? Now, my daddy loved cornbread and milk.
I think that was an older generation thing. My daddy used to sit there every night and take a glass of milk and crumble up cornbread. And my daddy used buttermilk, though.
Yeah, my dad did, too.
Buttermilk and cornbread.
Yeah.
Yeah. He always looked at me and he'd go, son, y'all just don't know how to eat.
Yeah.
So I said, Dad, I don't guess I ever will, then.
I never could get that. And later in life, when Mom didn't want to make cornbread and buttermilk, my dad got to eating cornflakes and milk. He said it's basically the same thing, just a different variety. So he would get him some cornflakes and milk and eat cereal at night instead of cornbread.
Now, Tommy, I've killed a lot of rattlesnakes in my life. I probably killed close to 50 or 60 of them, but I ain't never eaten one of them.
Yeah. All right. So
all right. Woo. We got off on a food binge there for some reason.
I know we did, but we kind of went over everything. We got a lot going on this month. We're going to be starting with our raised beds. We're going to be doing strawberry beds, carrot beds, all this in a couple of months. Cabbage, broccoli is coming up. We're going to be doing some of that on black plastic, or on that black, what is it, black row cover?
You're on the row cover, yeah.
Yeah. We're still picking the butter peas. We're still picking our peppers right now. We've got the peanuts and the sweet potatoes to dig. Lots going on. Lots with my family. Lots with the cabin and Amanda. And I mean, it's just going to be busy, busy, busy. So y'all will do the best we can to have something up. I may have to make Danny do Porch Time Live every now and then if he don't have time.
Papa's Hobby Homestead said, I love me some buttermilk.
That used to be a thing for
That was
my
a
dad.
big thing for my dad. My dad said it puts all the good bacteria back in your stomach you need. He said that's why your kids growing up with all these stomach problems, you know. So he's got a point.
I don't even know. Can you get it in town? I haven't seen it lately.
I haven't seen buttermilk anywhere.
I don't know that I've seen it. Now I know you can get the powdered buttermilk in a can because I used to buy it because I didn't want to keep fresh buttermilk because I only used it for baking. But I don't remember seeing buttermilk in the stores
I
anymore.
don't hardly ever remember seeing buttermilk. And my mama used to buy it for Daddy when Mama was alive here several years ago, but it was in a little. The little carton was about this big and about that tall. Now, Debbie, before Debbie passed away, she would buy it for making biscuits and stuff.
My mom did too, but I've not seen it. Used to be green.
Yeah, it was in a green. Yep.
And I don't know that I can. Some people are saying you can get it at Walmart places, Kroger's. I just guess we don't shop enough that I guess I haven't paid any attention.
Yeah, we haven't. We just don't look. I mean, that's the bottom line. We go in with a grocery list, and if it ain't on that list, it probably don't get got, if that's proper terminology.
Yeah.
Do we have a video on building up soil? Oh, we have a video on living off the land about leaf mold and stuff like that, but I don't know if we have a video on actually building up the soil.
I don't know.
That's a good thought. Because I got to build our soil up this fall for next winter.
We got a lot to do with our garden, so we'll see.
Evelyn, David, I did see David's video. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I did see the link to it, though.
Yeah, we've been busy.
We've been so busy. I just see things. I don't get to look at much right now.
And guys, we don't try to ignore people. We try to answer as many questions as we can on, if you asked a question here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Danny tries to hit Patreon at least every day for 5 minutes or so to try and catch up.
Yeah.
And I try to stay on Facebook at least 2 to 3 times a day trying to catch up. But I'm going to tell you what, it is tough to keep all this.
It's tough to keep it all going. Yeah. Plus shoot a video, plus edit the videos, upload them.
All while trying to work on the cabin and cook and clean and everything else.
Yeah, trying to run a homestead.
And now we're into canning again. We had a little break, and we did from the major canning, we did the lard, last week?
Yeah.
Like 70 pints of lard last week. So we've had a few days we hadn't really been canning, and then we did the leaf lard, which didn't take long. And then today I started with sweet potatoes, and I did the meat. So it's going to be to down our freezer. I've got to can some of the meat, and so we're going to be working with that. And then Danny's got to find a way to smoke bacon. We could use our smokehouse, but
we could use our smokehouse, but I got to get it built.
He's wanting.
I want a new one at the cabin. I don't want to use the old one. I want a new one.
So he's bound and determined. He's going to have a new smokehouse. So the cabin's probably going by the wayside for a day or two till he builds his smokehouse.
We'll see.
And then we're going to put up bacon videos.
Oh, do we have a video about rendered tallow? No. We don't have any cattle yet to have any beef fat to do it.
Does lard go bad? Yes.
It will go rancid. It doesn't go bad. It just gets rancid.
You don't want to use it for eating, but you can still use it
You can use it to make soap.
And candles.
And candles and stuff like that.
If it gets to smelling funny, you can still use it. Usually takes at least 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year. Some of it we've been using, I think, is right at a year old, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not bad.
Crystal says, I buy Mrs. B's frozen biscuits. They are awesome and no mess. We used to, but we realized that they had aluminum in them. And unless they've quit putting aluminum in them, we quit buying them for that very reason right there.
Where are we putting the meat we smoke? Back in the freezer.
Back in the freezer. It'll be bacon that we'll be smoking.
Yeah, the main thing we're going to be smoking is the bacon. We had the hams cured and smoked. Did she smoke them? I guess she smoked them.
The what?
The hams.
Yeah, Julie, she cured them and smoked them.
Yeah,
cured them and smoked them.
And she did all that. We just kept the bacon for ourselves because Danny wants to put his own.
I use my own recipe on bacon. Yeah.
Kathleen, no, we are still running it. We're just a little over 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Chris says he's done with Walmart. Yeah, we don't like going in there till we just absolutely have
We don't
to.
have a choice where we live. We have
We
Piggly
only
Wiggly
have-
or Walmart.
That's it. And there's
That's it.
no shopping here. If you
No.
want anything, it's a dollar store or Walmart. That's it.
Yeah, you go
We
to
don't
Dollar
have-
General, Dollar Store, Hudson's, or Dirt Cheap, or Walmart or Piggly Wiggly, or secondhand store.
Hallie Den says, "Can I have your hats?" No, they ain't give him a hat. So taking cabin smokehouse meats up to the house. Oh, yes. The cabin is going to be just for us this winter to chill and stuff like that. This house will still be here. We still have our freezers. We still have everything. We still have our cellar. We still have our jars. We're only going to be taking what we need at the cabin and seeing how well we can make it off grid. We'd like to have solar, but this winter when it cools off, it's probably going to be a really roughing it.
Baker's mom says, "Does rancid lard make your homemade soap smell bad?" It shouldn't, because you're going to be putting scents in it to cover up anything that would smell bad. I think it's only the taste that.
Life with Linda wants to know where my cap came from. I believe the lady that sent him's name was Linda.
It was Linda, yeah.
I just can't remember her last name, and she might not want me to tell her last name. But mine has my name on the back, and Danny's has Hank and Danny on the back of it. So she customized these just for us.
Organic garden gnome. I've never smoked a beef tongue. I never have done that.
Yeah.
With the smokehouse, they have to truck food up to the house.
All right, Cindy. Somebody was asking about information. The Facebook gathering page. It is Deep South Homestead Gathering Place on Facebook, and that's where we'll be putting all the information on the gathering. And I need to mention that, I guess. It is March the 21st here in Wiggins. It'll be, actually the address is Perkinston, but it's outside of Wiggins. So that's one of those things. Am I still making my own laundry detergent? I still have some left. I have enough. That is in my prep storage.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been buying the liquid really cheap at one of our stores here, and I've been prepping that up too, because if I don't have time to make it, the liquid works just fine and dandy, and it's really, really cheap because they have started cutting the boxes down. Like everything I use for my soap has been.
They're shrinking the size of the boxes down to where they're very small, and the price has gone up.
And so it costs me more to make homemade soap than I can buy these jugs of liquid soap, and it saves me a lot of time. So and they will store for a long periods of time.
Celery says, Loretta Restaurant, who knows what's falling out of the sky from their spraying on our plants. Guys, we have noticed in the last 3 weeks there has been no chemtrails.
Did you tell Polly Dims thank you?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I do want to say thank you for the
thank you,
super
Polly
chat.
Dims, for the super chat. I just saw it, and I didn't know if he mentioned it. Yeah, we haven't noticed chemtrails.
No, we haven't. I did see some chemtrails over a bad thunderstorm. I see them spraying right over the thunderstorm. But as far as our skies right now, I would almost welcome them right now, because, I mean, we don't even have a cloud in the sky. Every day goes by. It's just pure crystal sunny, hot, and no clouds nowhere. I mean, it's just, there's no chemtrails. There's nothing.
Yeah. We do not make charcoal here.
No. We could, but we don't.
Do we make jalapeno jelly or jam? No. Most of my jalapenos are used just for stuffing. I add jalapenos to my peas and beans and things like that. Sometimes into cornbread. I like adding them into scrambled eggs. I mean, we use our jalapenos for a lot of things.
Crystal says, Danny, have you ever been a guest speaker at Cornerstone Church in Jackson? Not that church, no. Never have been to that one.
Yeah, see, Gemini said she's doing the same thing. The price of making your own soap is getting so high. They're doing these things on purpose.
They're doing it on purpose.
They don't want you to do it. So, you know, I'm just trying. The one I've been getting has no chemicals and stuff in it, and I think I'm purchasing it for, I think it's a little over $5. The one that has no chemicals in it and no scent, because he doesn't really like the scents.
I don't like scents in anything either.
And so it's for $5. I can wash clothes for 2 or 3 weeks with it. I don't forget. I was trying to keep up with it, and I lost track how long I'd been using it.
Yeah.
So I think it's right at 3 weeks for $5, and I can't do that making my own soap.
No.
So.
Okay, we're like 15 minutes past our time, so we need to. Anybody who has any prayer requests, we need to put them up.
Somebody's asking about canning frozen vegetables, same as fresh. You have to let them thaw out somewhat because you don't want to put cold into a hot jar. I would dip them in some hot water for 2 or 3 minutes and then can as normal. Whatever, like if you're doing carrots and they're frozen, dip them in some hot water for a couple of minutes, then put them in your jars with boiling water, and then can them the same time as you would fresh carrots. The brand of the laundry soap, I really do not know. I picked it up at our Piggly Wiggly.
Is it an Arm & Hammer?
Is it Arm & Hammer?
I can't remember.
It might be Arm & Hammer.
I can't remember if it's Arm & Hammer or not. But
I'll have to see if I can do a quick video or something on Crazy Days and show my laundry soap prep now. I think about it. That might be one of my prep items this week. I forgot about it. I've been doing those on Saturdays, and on the last 2 Saturdays I've forgotten. Life with Linda says prayers about her home. Gemini says for the travelers going to the picnic. There's a homestead picnic going on. Gemini, I don't remember when and where, but it's going on. Is it tomorrow or next weekend? I can't remember. There's a lot of people asking for prayers, and
lots of people are talking to prayer list stuff. We
September 14th. Okay, next weekend. That's when the picnic is. My class reunion, y'all. 40 years. I cannot believe it's been 40 years. That's just crazy. It is next weekend. So that should tell you in a couple of weekends I have a birthday. Y'all want to guess how old I am? That should be a good hint, right?
Yeah. Okay. So just read
Charlotte
comments.
says she can get it for $3.50 there. So that is a really good deal.
Really good deal, yeah. Okay, anyway, we need to go get our prayer in. A lot of people are getting ready to go to bed. They're dropping out, so we need to go ahead and have our prayer.
Yes.
Father, we come to you tonight. We just want to take time to tell you how much we appreciate you again for just taking the time to put up with us on a daily basis and provide for us and to be our Heavenly Father. And we really appreciate that. Father, there's been a lot of requests went up tonight. I've seen everything from financial situations to biopsies to surgeries and broken bones and cancers. I've seen all these things mentioned here tonight, Father, and I want to just pray for each and every one of them. Income, some people need income. We just praying that people can get their lives in order and get squared away and get their health situations taken care of before everything falls apart, Father. We pray that you'll be merciful to us enough to grant us enough time to prepare and to get our lives in order and get our homes in order and get our homesteads in order and get our health in order before anything massive happens here on the earth now. And Father, give us some grace, give us peace, give us comfort, give us the fruits of the Spirit, Lord. Those are the things that we ask for on a daily basis. And I pray for the blessings of obedience to be granted to each and every person here tonight, Father. I pray that you make all of us the head of everything and not the tail. Father, may we always be able to lend and never have to borrow. Father, we just pray that our fields will always have plenty, our trees will always produce, our animals will be productive, and Father, that we'll always have an abundance of everything we need, that you will bless the work of our hands, and that we might see the good of everything, Lord, and never have to taste the evil of anything. Lord, be with our nation as we are about to go through some hard times. I do pray for it, Lord, but as we go through these times, I pray you'll treat us like the children of Israel in the land of Goshen, Father, that you will make everything plentiful for us, and that our land will be luscious and our land will be green, and that you might grant the 23rd Psalm to us, Lord, that we might be able to lie down in green pastures, Lord. We might be able to enjoy the things that you've blessed us with, and that you might grant us the desires of our hearts, Father. These are the things that we ask for, Father, on a daily basis. And Lord, at the same time, we ask that you do forgive us for where we have failed you, where we have failed other people. Lord, help us to be a better example of what it means to be a servant of the Messiah and a child of the King. Father, we don't want to ever take that for granted now. Lord, we know that there are those that have lost loved ones in the past few weeks that are friends of ours, and there are no words to replace any of this with. We just ask that you grant them the peace, the closure, and the grace that they need to be able to move forward and to be able to restructure their lives in a way in which they can come back to a place of enjoyment again in their life, Lord. Because it's tough when you lose a spouse, and we've had some close friends, Lord, that have lost spouses here recently, and I pray for them, Father, that they can be able to put their lives back together again. Father, those that's having surgery, I want to pray that you guide the surgeon's hands, Lord, that they'll do a good job, they'll recover quickly. Those that are having biopsies, I pray that they all come back negative, Father, that they find no problems, that it was just something minute, can be dealt with rather quickly, and not have any issues whatsoever now. Go with us through the remainder of the night. Help us to rest good. Help us to be able to rise tomorrow to go about your will, Father. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okie dokie.
Somebody says 58.
58,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Somebody, I knew they ought to be able to figure it. 40-year reunion, 18 when I graduated.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah. No, it's just young at heart. That's all. You just got to be young at heart.
I don't feel too young. I'm tired.
Nah.
Been working all day.
Yeah. You're welcome, Deborah. Check out the rose oil from doTERRA. It really is good for atrial fibrillation. I know several people who use it and have very good success with it.
Yeah, I do have a link in the description below, and if you have any questions, just message me and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, we've got a lot to do. Number one, we're going to take a nap.
Come take a nap.
I'm going to take a nap.
The older you get, the less sleep that you get usually. So
80 was a great year.
80 was a fantastic year.
I don't know.
That's when my daughter was born. My first daughter
Mine was born in 79.
I was born in 1980. My first child. So that's the reason it's a good year for me.
Country Homestead Preacher said they reserved their room, I guess, for the gathering. It will be March 21st. 2020, the gathering 2020.
Gathering 2020.
I've got some ideas of things coming up and things we're gonna be doing, and we'll let you know in the future what's gonna be going on at the gathering 2020.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.